Okay, at this time, we will welcome West Virginia players Kedrian Johnson, Erik Stevenson, and Emmitt Matthews Jr. So if you would go ahead and get your hand raised, we will begin the press conference.
Greg Hunter, Blue and Gold News. So I guess start with Erik. Your first NCAA tournament, I know you've looked forward to this for a long time, but does it have a different feel? Are there nerves involved in this?
I don't know if there's nerves as of right now, at least. I mean, there's excitement. Anxious to get out there and start playing. Probably have some nerves come game time, yeah.
Right here.
Dan Walken, USA Today, for all three players. Why did it take so long for you guys to start winning basketball this year in the Big 12?
Emmitt, we'll start with you on that. We'll work our way.
I think the Big 12 has been on a showcase all year, just the talent level and just the amazing teams that we've had in the conference. And I think this has kind of been a testament of over the last 4 or 5 years for me, just in college, seeing the Big 12 kind of grow and become the best conference in college basketball. So I think just night in and night out playing great teams and just them making 1 or 2 more plays than us that could change the game. And that's what decides basketball games at this level. And I think once we figured out what those 1 to 2 plays were to help us win games, that's when we started winning games. And we've seen that continue until the end of the year.
Back here to
No, say for both Kedrian and Emmitt, you guys played in an NCAA tournament before, but markedly different because of the bubble situation. First of all, how different was that? Have you talked to the guys about what the product on the floor is going to be like?
I'll start off by saying I was a part of the NCAA tournament, but I just feel like it's another basketball game. You enter these games the same way you enter all the rest of the games. The other team tie their shoes the same way. So I think it's just going out and competing.
Yeah, kind of to piggyback off of what he said, these games are, you got to put 100% on the line every time. Everybody that checks into the game knows it could be their last game. So, any loose ball you can get, you try to get it. You don't let anything, go to waste out there. You value your minutes and you play as hard as you can and give whatever you can to the team.
back up here to your right.
For Emmitt and Erik, how long does it take you guys to adjust to Huggins, just his style and what he wants from, coming in as a transfer to just sort of figure out what he wants from you?
Well, I played for Frank Martin and Greg Marshall, so it didn't take me long at all. So, Hugs is he's a Hall of Famer. He's very demanding. But when you meet his demands, he'll let you play, give you freedom. You can't ask for anything more than that.
From my perspective, I've known him since 2018, so I didn't really have any expectations coming in. I just knew he was probably the hardest coach to play for in all of America, so yeah.
Up front.
Jared McDonald with the Charleston Gazette-Mail. For any of you guys, you weren't happy with the energy, the pep in your step the last time you guys came out. How have you guys responded in that with practices, workouts throughout this last week or so?
We've had some rest, which is huge. Obviously there's pros and cons to losing that quarterfinal game to Kansas. We get some more rest, but obviously we wanted to win the conference tournament. But like I said, we got some rest mentally, we got some rest physically. We had a couple good days of practice. We're gonna have another good day today, and then build on it for tomorrow.
Erik, John Antoniuk, WVUsports.com. What are some of the issues that Maryland presents? You've had a chance to study them a little bit.
They love to put their head down and get to that rim, especially in ISO situations. And they're really good in ISO situations, from what I've seen. They like to, do some window dressing action and whatnot, and then they like to get whoever they want in that spot, and he kind of just does his thing. You got the big kid inside, left-handed. He's got a really, really high release on his jump hook, so we're gonna have to keep him away from his left hand. you know, that's pretty much what I've seen so far. Obviously, they're good catch and shoot, you know, catch and shoot guys. We're going to try and make a put on the deck and make some plays off the bounce.
Back here to your left.
I'll keep going. So guys, all three of you are in your final games. Is the finality of this hit you? Do you think about that, walking in the hallway and walking onto the court for practice, those type of things? I mean, all three of you, if you could answer that.
For me personally, I try to live in the moment, try not to really get too far ahead of myself. But the emotions are high, but, you know, I think it'll all be good.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like I played 1,000 college games, so, I mean, I had this feeling last year, like, oh, this might be my last game, but, you know, I got the year back, and, you know, I'm glad I'm going to end my career where I want to in the NCAA tournament. Yeah, you could definitely get a little feeling that, you know, college is coming to an end.
Kind of piggyback off what Erik said, you know, that feeling that it's, you know, it's all going to be over soon, but knowing that you still have something ahead of you and something that we can still obtain, which is a national championship. So I try not to think about it too much. I'd rather focus on, you know, playing games and focusing on that. So when it ends, it ends. It's supposed to end when it's going to end. So I'm excited, though.
Kedrian, you have some experience in this gym. Give me some of your thoughts on this arena and the performance you had last year against UAB.
I like the gym for the most part, you know. For one, it's in the South. You know, I'm a Southern dude. But yeah, it's a nice arena, and I think Erik will be able to shoot really well in there.
I hope so.
You said, why is that? Oh, it's the bright lights. It's the NCAA tournament. Erik gonna make a lot of shots.
We have time for more questions right here.
Y'all mentioned meeting the demands of Bob Huggins. You know, what goes into that, and do you remember a specific, I guess, example of falling short of those demands?
You said falling short of those demands? Yeah, he's going to let you know right there on the spot, whether you like it or not.
In the very back.
Gary Dolphin with the Hawkeye Radio Network. What kind of teammate has Joe Toussaint been like this year? I've got to see you guys play a few times on television. We loved him at Iowa. For any of you, what kind of teammates he been?
Well, we love him here.
Yeah,
That's for sure. He's electric, man. He gives us a huge spark off the bench. He plays defense at a high level. You know, he takes care of the ball. He's a facilitator. He knows how to pass. He can hit the open shot. He can get downhill. He's small and crafty, so he can get into those spaces that, you know, most people can't. I think he's a little more athletic than people think. He's super quick, so, you know, I think he's a perfect piece for our team, and, you know, he fits in just right. He doesn't, you know, there's no ego. There's just no nonsense with him. He's straight on. He comes from a good family. He loves school. He loves the program. You know, we love him the same way, so.
Any more questions? Okay, gentlemen, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.